everybody, this is Lindsay and welcome back to Wicked Witch of Stitch. If you're new here, then welcome to my channel. If not, then welcome back. I do crochet content like market prep and videos for market vlogs, and also just things I crochet day to day. This week I'm doing something I haven't done before, but I've been really excited to try ever since. Basically, I've fallen in the rabbit hole of those fancy cakes you see on like Instagram and stuff like that, like the old-fashioned vintage cakes with all the loops and swirls and the dollops of cream and stuff. Unfortunately, I am not the best decorator when it comes to baked goods. I do okay with like a cookie, but cakes and cupcakes, definitely the taste makes up for how they look. But instead, but then I remembered, hey, I can crochet. I'm going to make crochet cakes. Specifically, I'm making cake boxes. I found these specifically at Michael's. They're about like $3-4, I think $3.99. But some of them, I usually wait till I get them on sale. I have a couple of these that I've been stocking up on before I actually make the cakes. I have about 4, but this week I'm gonna try and get at least one out of the way, figure out how I want to do this, because I'm not working off of a set pattern, because those tend to be like you make them and you put the cardboard inside, but this I'm working off of an actual solid base, and I like this because it's got the little magnet to keep it shut and the hinge so that you don't have to worry about losing the lid. This one is by Make Market, and that's the brand that it is, and it is, again, it's from Michael's, and they're less than $4 a piece, so they're really cheap. And then you just use whatever, if they're kind of good for like stash busting, just find some complementary colors. I actually have, I went a little off the deep end. I have like a saved folder on my Instagram that's nothing but fancy cakes and like crochet cakes just for inspiration. And in particular, I'm looking at this one, I think, as my inspiration for this week. And it's like, I like the purple, I like the pink, and honestly, I have those colors and I just think they look really well together. I'm not going to be able to duplicate it exactly, obviously, but I am going to use it heavily as inspiration. So anyways, let's go along and see how this turns out. Alright, so I found these 2 colors. These match, or pretty much the closest colors I have to match my inspo picture for the cake box. I also got a white as like a contrasting color, or just a third color. If I need it, I may not use it. But we're gonna go ahead and just see how this goes. I hope it comes out okay, because I have a bunch of these boxes and I want to make a bunch of cakes. Okay, so I started for the cake. I just started making a simple magic ring, doing 6, and then I've been increasing as I go. I'm 6 rounds in, and it's getting close. We're almost there. I think maybe 2-3 more rounds, and then I can start building up. And sorry if you can hear my puppy barking. She's outside my room because she kept trying to steal the yarn and got banished. Anyways, I'll check in on you when it's time to start moving up the cake. Okay, I actually just realized I messed up. I forgot that when you're doing a circle, if you want it to stay a circle, you have to stagger your increases, or offset, I guess is another word to put it. Basically, I have to do all this so I don't get these pointy corners every time I get an increase. But you do that by staggering the increases on the even rounds. If I end up writing a pattern for this, I'll be able to explain it better. But I'm just going to redo this real quick. Didn't get too far, thankfully. Okay, so it's as big as the box right now, but I think I'm going to do one more round before I start going up the sides, just because I don't think this is quite big enough. It would be too tight to get it around. I'll check back in on you when I make more progress. Okay, so the base of the cake ends up being 11 rounds, including the single crochet round I did in the back loop to be able to curve it up the side. Now I'm just going to be doing single crochet around and around and around and around until we get up here. Not sure how long that'll be, but I'll let you know. Right, so I finished the base. It was about 11 rounds of just single crochet up the side, making about 22 rounds total, including the bottom. It's a little loose, which is good. I was worried it would be too tight to get on, but then that also leaves room for, as I'm sewing, the decorative like bits in the frosting on. I'm not gonna secure it yet until I finish all of that. I'm definitely gonna use some kind of glue, probably maybe, I don't know, super glue or material glue. I think I have something that's good for fabrics and wood. I have to double check my stash though. And then the top is just gonna be the same thing, at least for the base part. The same thing, only I'll go less rounds. So here's the top so far. I made it big enough to cover the top. I just have to do the back loops only around and then start doing single crochet down until it meets the other edge, and then I can start working on the decoration. So I'm going to do bits of frosting, maybe a cherry or a strawberry. I haven't decided on that part yet. I'm not going to stick exactly to my inspiration pick because I did find another color that I think I want to use, another purple that I think would look really good, in addition to the pink. But we're playing it by ear. The fun thing about these cakes and cake boxes is that they're each unique to whatever kind of design you want to go with. They don't have to be exact. You could use the same colors and get two completely different cakes, which is part of why I'm so excited about this. Alright, so here it is. The base of the cake is done. Open up and you can see inside. And it ended up only being about 3 rows down. I thought I was going to need one more, but I realized once I glue it down, you won't see the bit of wood that was sticking there. That's just because it's still loose. So I'm still kind of debating about using the pink I originally had grabbed, because I did find another pick for inspiration that would look really good with this purple. I'm gonna think I might make both, like as a quick little bauble for like the frosting around the top, and then see which one I like better. And if I don't like one, I use the other, and then ultimately I have a bunch more of those boxes. I could always make it again in just another color. Alright. Do you like your pillow? Is it a fun pillow? You comfy? This is why your hair gets everywhere. It's because you keep using my yarn as pillows. Oh, you don't care? No, you're comfy and that's all that matters. Okay, then. Okay, so this is how the frosting's looking so far. It's not sewn down. I'm just trying to hold it in place. That's why it looks a little funky. But I used a bobble stitch, but I made like a large bobble using the triple crochet stitch, or treble, depending on where you are in the world, instead of the standard stitch. I'm just holding it in place. It's not attached right now. That's why it looks a little funky. And I made it, it's the right length. I like how this looks. I'm going to put it there. And I think I'm going to do another one down here around the bottom. That's going to tie it together. It's going to look really nice. And then the inspiration that I was using had like a smaller thing of frosting inside here using the same color as the base cake. I might do that, or I might do it with the pink, in which case I'll also do another round of the small one down here to kind of tie it together. And then I'm thinking of doing single crochet little swirlies all the way around. That's just kind of the thought process so far. And then maybe a little dab of whipped cream with a cherry on top. That is my kind of vision at the moment, but again, we are going step by step. Like, I originally didn't think I was going to use this purple, but I am loving it. And again, cakes never turn out exactly how you vision them, even in real life. I mean, I wish I was better at frosting cakes, but I love how they turn out regardless. Same, so I know I'm going to love how this turns out. Even if I don't eat it, I will be able to have something fun inside. Alright, so I attached the first bit of icing. I did have to take them off the box to do it, so that's why you don't secure it to the box first. This way, and the ends or the little knot is hidden inside. Next, I'm going to work on, I'm thinking I'm going to do a little bit of like a whipped cream here and like a cherry, and then maybe a little bit of a swoopy bit around the side that I mentioned earlier. I'm debating if I wanted to do the swoopy bit in the same purple, or if I want to do in the white like the whipped cream. I'm going to do that part first though, and then think about it. Okay, so I got the cherry on last night along with the whipped cream. It's a new day. I'm working on just like kind of swoopy frosting. It's just single crochet all the way through. And what I did is I measured around, it's about 16 inches around, and I just every 2 inches I placed a little marker, and then I drape this here, and it's about, the length of this is about 3 inches, so 3 times 16, I'm too tired to do math, but I'll figure that out later. But basically I have to do 3 inches for every one of these around, and then I can just sew them on, and it'll look so cute. And then I'm thinking of making a single, like this, a single bauble, and putting it at the top of each of the little drapes. Haven't quite decided, but again, winging it as we go. I'm liking this plan. Alright, so they're all pinned in place more or less. I'm adjusting as I go, and now I am sewing them on. Alright, can't wait to see how it turns out. I think I put them a little too high. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put the little baubles. That's why I only made one instead of making them all, because I'm still trying to decide if I want to do that. But yeah, just really happy with how this is turning out, how it's coming together. Alright, managed to sew them all on, took the pins off as I went so I didn't stab myself. It's looking good. I think I will put the little puffs on, because I think that's just gonna kind of tie it together. I'm not gonna put the pink on this one. It would be just, I think, too much color. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna do the puffs and then glue it on, and then I think we might be done. Okay, that was a lot faster than I thought it would be. Alright, I might make a second one to see how fast I can get that done. If I show you a second one, then I finished it. If not, then it didn't get done. Oh well. Alright, I've got all my puffs for the icing. I made 6 more because there's 7 arcs in total, and I'm about to sew them on. Alright, it's all finished. I'm so excited. I haven't glued it down yet, but here is the final cake. The little whipped cream and cherry on top, little swoops of frosting, and the dollops. Opens right up. So cute. Again, I just have to glue it down, but I can't seem to find where my fabric glue is for like multi-surfaces. I know I have it. I am not buying anymore. It's somewhere in my stash. But I am so excited. It came out so great, and I ended up having time to whip up the second one. I really, really like the hot pink and blue combo. It looks so cute. I thought about doing whipped cream all around, but it ended up being way too crowded, and they barely fit, and it just did not look good. So I just did 3 in the middle, and again, not glued down, but it will be, and I'm going to bring these to my markets. Or if you think I should put them on my Etsy, I don't know. I feel like they would do a little better in person, just because I'm worried about shipping them. I don't want them to get like knocked around and broken. Oh, hello, Ginny. She cannot be absent from a video, I swear. She wants to say hi every time. But anyways, I am so happy with how these turned out. These 2 cakes. I am seriously thinking about making a tutorial specifically for this box, because it's so easily available at Michael's, and I definitely like it better than some of the ones you find at other stores. Like they have like little kind of like cardboard ones I've seen at Dollar General, but these seem to be aside from like those little cheap ones, these seem to be the most affordable little round boxes that I've found. And again, I wrote down as I went how many stitches and how many rows and everything, as well as like the different types of icing I was using. So I really think that might be fun. I'm gonna like maybe film a tutorial. It won't be coming out like this next week, maybe the week after that, but I will be, when I do that, I'll put it up for free. It won't be, and I'll probably put it on my Ribbler, because I started doing Ribbler, and I don't know, I'm just very proud of how it came out for something that I had an idea. I planned it, I sort of winged it as I went, and I just really love the end result, and I just think they're so cute. And if for some reason people don't want them, then I will be happy to keep them. I probably will make one just for me at some point, because again, I have a million inspiration pictures and so many that I want to try out, and so many different fun color combos that I'm excited, but I have to put them down because there's other stuff I want to work on. Otherwise, I would be making a million of these. Just have like a bakery's worth. So Again, thank you so much for watching this week. If you like this content, then please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel and helps other people find me. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!